Hey folks, as promised, I thought I'd give this a shot here to see how it works for the live streaming on my mobile, since that'll be the mechanism for next week when I'm on the channel. And if the notifications go out, right now it's just me here. So, yep, I'm just trying a little live stream here on the mobile, see how it goes, just so that we see how it works. Check out the lighting there, it looks pretty good. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. Hey, by the way, coming up on the channel tomorrow, that'll be Saturday, September 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget that we have the rally against farm murders and racism in South Africa. No, this is not the bikers rally, which was from last week in South Africa, but rather, hey, Robin's there. Hey, good to see you there, Robin. Yeah, it's actually a local park, Robin, in a local park here in central Pennsylvania in an undisclosed location somewhere under the brick and mortar of a nondescript building. No, just kidding. But I don't know how you're hearing me pretty good, Footsarko. Does it sound good? You guys got good sound there? Let me spin around this way so you can see behind me there. Okay, Dreon's there. Oops, the light's got to adjust. There you go. You can see the hills back there and the ball fields and such. Yeah, there you go. So let me turn back around there. The light's better this way. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to test this thing out and see how it worked for the live streaming. So, wow, I got 19 people up already, 7 likes. Thanks for the likes, guys. Yeah, so I watch videos, other people like, a day in the life of somebody doing something at home. This isn't that. It's just an effort to kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing next week in Wyoming. I'm flying out Monday the 7th, so just a few days away now. I'll be going to Wyoming, ascending up to over 12,400 feet, so that's what, about 8,000 meters roughly, in the mountains of Wyoming in the Wind River Range, which is the western part of Wyoming. It's not too far from Jackson Hole, as well as Yellowstone National Park and Grand Teton National Park. So that's next week, folks. Whoops, let me get that portalet out of the picture there. Who wants to see a portalet in their live streaming? Anyway, like I said, I was just going to test this out and make sure that the video is working properly. And I'll go back and watch this after the fact and see how it is. But I just want to touch base with you guys and just say, hey. So tomorrow morning, that will be the 5th of September, we'll be doing the rally live on my channel. I'll broadcast, I think, at 4 a.m., so 10 o'clock South Africa time. But I might be on a little bit earlier than that if you want to pop up, check it out, and see what's going on there, folks. Hey, there's Lynn. Lynn loves it. Citizen Guardian. So beautiful. Oh, yeah, Pennsylvania's gorgeous, folks. And this is the mellow part of Pennsylvania. We've got much more wilderness in this state. This is actually where lots of people live, and it's populated, but beautiful hills, lots of lovely scenery around here, great forest. Of course, we're here, for those of you outside the U.S. and North America, we're coming to the end of summer. In fact, this is Labor Day weekend. And Labor Day weekend, of course, is famously when the summer officially ends here in the U.S. and Canada. And what happens is that normally this is a holiday, a 3 or 4 day holiday. We celebrate Labor Day not on the 1st of May, but actually in the first Monday of September every year. So that's what's going on here. Let me see if I can find a spot to set this phone down. See if I can get that going there. No, that's not going to work so well. I have to stand up. Well, there you go. I'll stand over the phone like this. How's that? That works. Hey, Erica. Yeah, so Labor Day weekend, of course, and I've got a microphone in my earpiece, so hopefully sound's coming through good. Labor Day weekend is when the official end of summer. So Memorial Day weekend at the end of May is the official start of summer. And shortly after that, children finish school in a normal year, not 2020. But the end of the summer is officially this weekend. That's when it normally happens. And my question is, where the hell did the summer go? We didn't even have a summer, folks. I don't even recall seeing a summer. We've been locked up, prisoners in our own homes and such. Hey, Catherine, good to see you there. Looks like you get the same climate as here. Yeah, well, we have a European type of climate, temperate climate, same sort of thing you have in the Netherlands. Absolutely. Yeah, the difference is that in the Netherlands, wow, the sun is blocking everything now. The difference is that in the Netherlands, of course, the reason that you're not freezing is because of the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream kind of bypasses us, and we have a temperate climate because of our geographical position on the globe here in the U.S. So, hey, 25 people watching this live stream. Thanks a lot for tuning in, folks. Yeah, so I'm just testing out my mobile, making sure it's working okay to do this live stream. So hopefully you'll find it interesting. I've just set the phone down on a big rock. I'll show you the rock in just a moment here. But yeah, let's see what else. So the rally against farm murders, plasmod, and racism, which will be tomorrow morning, I'll be covering on the channel live. And I'll have interviews with Dennis Ross from Boer Media. And Erica will be out on a motorcycle again. Not in the best condition. She's feeling a little under the weather, but she's going to be out being our reporter again tomorrow. And then also I will have on the channel coming up in September on the 17th, Dr. Victor Davis Hanson. For those of you who haven't caught on to that, he's a preeminent military historian. He works at Stanford University out there in California, in Palo Alto, and he's a member of the Hoover Institution, which is at the university. So very famous commentator, a conservative, as well as the same day at 1 o'clock. So that's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on 17 September for a half an hour. I can only get Dr. Hansen for half an hour, which is very generous of him, but we get him. Should be fascinating conversation, folks. You might even hear things like the Thucydides trap might be discussed. And then, hey, Viking Boar, good to see you there. Erica says, I think the world missed Easter as well. Lockdown. Yeah, they did miss Easter. But we've missed an entire summer now. Isn't that crazy? So that's Dr. Victor Davis Hanson on 17th of September, followed up immediately at 1 o'clock by State Representative Dawn Kiefer, a state representative for Pennsylvania's 92nd District, which is what you see in the images that are here on the phone. Let me walk around now. Get back on the phone here. Yeah, so Dawn Kiefer will be on the channel with me on the 17th after Dr. Victor Davis Hanson. Hopefully, you all won't abandon this and you'll see Victor Davis Hanson, then you'll hang around for Dawn Kiefer. That should be fascinating. I need to get a selfie. I have a selfie stick. I should have carried that. I'm actually holding this in my hand. So there's a lesson learned right there, folks. I should have brought the selfie stick. Anyway, so yeah, so those two will be on the 17th. On the 18th, who do I have? I'm trying to schedule someone on the 18th right now. But on the 25th, which is a week later on a Friday, on a Lekker Lekker Freitag, we have Flok Silius, Springbok number 637. You'll notice that I recently had Springbok number 636 on the channel, and now has Springbok number 637. Flok, who has won test in the Springbok Green and Gold, will be on the channel. He's currently the kicking coach for the Stormers Western Province and for the French national side for France. So he'll be on the channel coming up on the 17th, no, the 25th of September. Check this out, folks. Look at that tree there. Now that's not the colors changing because the seasons, that red you see there, that's actually the color. It's like a red oak. Just absolutely beautiful. Kermit GTT says we're supposed to be in spring, but I think it's still on lockdown. Yeah, spring is on lockdown. But check that red oak out. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, folks, back to this direction. So yeah, just absolutely gorgeous leaves. Here, let me show you real quick. Get up a little closer so you guys can see them. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful stuff. And that's the natural color of that tree all the time, year round. Sounds like somebody's mower is out. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful Friday here, folks, in central Pennsylvania. I'm telling you, it's absolutely gorgeous. The temperature's almost perfect. The humidity's a little higher than I like, but it's pretty good. There you go. Hey, check that out. Yeah. Now I look like I'm in ZZ Top, right? Beard's a little short for ZZ, but I kind of look like I'm in ZZ Top. Anyway, folks, hey, look at that, 19 likes. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Wow. Anyway, so I'm out here walking past the soccer fields or soccer pitches, and this is pretty cool. I like this tree. I don't know what this is, but check these things out. I see this all the time. Those purple flowers on it, quite lovely. And they've been blooming all summer. They just keep coming back. I don't know what they are, but they're really beautiful. Anyway, Erica says, beautiful. I trust that you have your hat on. No, I don't have my hat on, not right now. I'm loving my haircut, man. I'm enjoying this haircut, so no hats today. Anyway, so yeah. Now there's a spot down here where this annoying dog always comes out. Let's see if he does that to me today, folks. If he comes out and gives me a hard time. ZZ Top. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. ZZ Top with the sunglasses and the beard. Okay, see if that dog is down here. Should get darker now, so let me take this out. Video is solid, nice full sound. The sound is perfect. Well, thank you very much, Viking Boar. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm using Samsung. Not those dodgy Apple products. No, I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, this is Samsung. This is an S9 Plus, and it's the first time I've actually used it. I keep looking at the wrong spot camera, though, because it's confusing. Camera's actually over here, and it's weird to be looking in the center of the phone. So, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm walking around now. All right, so let me just spin around here. You guys can see a little bit behind me. The light's going to adjust, so it might not work so well. But yeah, you can see more of behind me there, off in the distance. And this is just in town, folks, just in the village where I live at. So not even out in the countryside or out in the forest area. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. Well, 31 people watching right now. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I just wanted to test this really quickly. Really good quality and sound. Excellent to hear. I actually damaged this earpiece because it ripped out of the phone and I bent it, but it looks like it's still working fine. So, but this is what you get when you pay for quality. This phone cost way too much money when I bought it about 3 years ago, but it's lasted a long time. It's good quality. So fantastic cameras on these Samsung. And in fact, when I used to do my prepared videos, I did all of them on my Samsung. I wasn't using my webcam at the time. I just did them all, but now I use the webcam. It's really, I'm gonna have to get the selfie stick out because this is driving me nuts holding this thing. Anyway. Okay, wow, that one I'm gonna have to have a hard time with it. And I can barely see on the screen. Mtota Kazi, I'm sorry I mispronounced your name, but thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Folks, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here. Let me just swing this around so you can take a look here at the sky. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Fantastic stuff. Can't complain about it. But yeah, so here it is, the 4th of September, 2020. Where the hell did our summer go? For those of you in Southern Africa, you're wondering, is your winter gone? Well, you're probably getting springtime coming up right about now. It's that time in Southern Africa. But it is the end of summer here, and this is an absolutely glorious, beautiful day, especially standing here in the shade. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. By the way, I'm not wearing a rugby top. I decided just to stick with this Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I just realized that part of the problem here is that the camera's probably not... Was that backwards, the text? Did you see it backwards or did you see it straight forward? Because for me, it was backwards. So I don't really know what you're seeing. Actually, that'd be helpful, folks, if you could let me know. Not even the sound of wind over the mic. No, it's fantastic quality, but can you guys read that? Is it straight or is it backwards? I need to know that. Because for me, I see it backwards. I just want to make sure if you can read that text, it's Pro Football Hall of Fame. If you can read that text correctly, then it means I've got the camera set up. Because you know you get that mirroring, you got to set that thing. I thought it did that on the phone previously. Oh, it's straight. Okay, good. So it's just me, Rudy. Fantastic. That's what I thought. So great to hear that. Yeah, it's beautiful. Some folks out here walking, wearing their mask. Well, one of them's wearing a mask, one of them's not. People coming up alongside here. It's straight. Good. Okay, Kermit GTC is all good. Ronnie Verhoeven is here. Good to see you. Excellent. Lynn, good to see you. Thank you guys for the input. Really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to wait for these other folks to pass, and then we'll walk back up. But yeah, so this spot is a city park. We pay taxes for the park, but because of the lockdown, they never opened up the toilets this year in the summertime. They've kept them closed, and what they did is they put some portalets out. Kind of crazy. It's upside down. What? It's not upside down. What are you talking about? I have a built-in mask. Yeah, right here's the built-in mask. Let's interview guest outdoors, says Danny. Danny Venzel says, let's go. I don't know if people walking by want me to interview them for my YouTube channel. They're just out walking, so I don't think they'll be bothered. Anyway, yeah, they just laughed when they went by. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, let me turn around and I've just got myself on the camera here. Yeah, Samsung, Catherine, makes fantastic phones. They're really good quality. I love Samsung. Absolutely amazing stuff. And, yeah, let's interview guests outside. That would be pretty cool. Well, I will be doing that when I get to Wyoming, folks. That'll be pretty cool. I'll be having guests, but I've got to get that selfie stick because my arm is getting tired. I got to switch over arm to arm. This isn't very smartest thing to do here, is it? Let's see. Awesome weather there. We're Brying. Oh, stop, Lynn. Yeah, I wish I was Brying. Actually, it's good weather for Brying. I should take a look, but if I do, it's going to be in the front yard because the backyard's in the sun to the evening. I prefer not to be in the sun when I'm Brying. So, yeah, long overdue. Not a single braai this summer. But also for me, from Maryland, more importantly, not a single dozen steamed crabs. Every summer, when I'm in the States, if I'm on the East Coast, it's a trek down to Maryland, or if I'm in Maryland, it's a trek over to the local seafood place to buy steamed crabs. Oh, Maryland blue crabs, man, the best ever. Yes, I know they probably have cadmium and mercury and lead in them from all the pollution, but I don't care. I eat them just the same. I eat them just the same. Yeah, people are saying it's really good quality video. That's awesome. Really like it. You're going to hear some noise. I've run into a lawnmower as a lady cuts her grass up here. But we'll get past that pretty quickly and head back up the hill. And I'll go for a little bit longer here, folks. I want to test this. Now, the next one I'm going to test is a shorter one. It won't be this long, but I'm going to test out the Streamlabs. It looks like I don't need the Streamlabs. I can just do it fine from YouTube, which is great. And that's how I'm doing this. Kind of cool. Let's see. Some of our rugby and cricket players are bending the knees, so I'm not sure we've been watching much this year. No, you're right, Conrad. The cricket's dead. Cricket South Africa is on its deathbed. It's poorly managed, lots of corruption, lots of scandals, leadership resigning all the time. In addition to that, you've also got the issue of now their racist, racial discrimination policies, only hiring black consultants, putting arguably the greatest batsman of all time, South African history, Jacques Kallis, on the sidelines, causing him to lose his job because of the color of his skin. Yeah, Cricket SA is dead. Plus, they had players test positive for COVID a couple weeks ago. It's just a real mess. And quite frankly, cricket, come on, I'd rather watch netball. Brett says you're no longer supporting cricket. I say, well, come on, Brett, did you support it to begin with? One thing I notice here is I've got to keep an eye on the screen because the chats go away very quickly. Sad, so sad, says Conrad. Yep, awesome evening in the Free State. Okay, cool. Excellent. What's that? Beautiful sunset. Excellent. Rain is coming again. Cape Town, Olaf says. All right, cool. Yep. Well, there's a baseball field. Let me show you guys that real quick. There's the baseball field right over there. You can see it. And then up here is the barn building. Pay no attention to the portalets. I'll cover it up with my shoulder. That's where folks gather to buy hot dogs and burgers and such when there's games. But of course, it's been closed all summer. It hasn't been open all. But kids were playing baseball. But just briefly, that ended as well. I don't know if it was because of COVID or just because of lack of interest this summer. We've been playing soccer all summer long. Kids practicing and now playing games, girls and boys out here. So, yep, pretty cool stuff. Well, folks, let's see. What else can I talk about? Oops, get the head back in the screen there. Last week is the coldest week we had. Whew, that's a shame. That's a shame. Let's see what else. Anyway, so yeah, this is interesting because this area here behind me is an older neighborhood that was built before the park, and there's some really nice houses in that neighborhood, but it's much older. And then on the opposite side of the park over there is a newer neighborhood which was just built in the last decade or so. And a lot of those houses are just built in the last 5 years, so on the other side of that ball field. So you had what used to be farmland here, and it was turned into a development on one side many years ago, probably 20 years ago. This was left and eventually turned into a park. And then to the other side, eventually wound up having, what's this? Brett says, my number one team, USA's All National Sports Eagles, will beat the Springboks someday. Oh, they will. They will. USA will win the 2035 Rugby World Cup, assuming there is one. That's a long ways off, but that's a few World Cups off from now. We got 2023 coming up in France, 2027, who knows where, 2031, 2035, USA wins. That's my prediction anyway. Conrad says, you know more about South Africa than some of us do. Well, thank you so much. What do you want to talk about, South Africa? I'm not talking about South Africa right now, but we're happy to do it. 25 in Durban, that's about 76, I think, on the Fahrenheit scale. How far from shopping? Local shopping is about 1.2 kilometers away at the supermarket, and there's a pizza place there, and a McDonald's, and an Arby's, and all that kind of stuff. So about a kilometer away. It's a car dealership up here about 700 meters outside this kind of rural area as you get into the actual village there. And then the main shopping is about 15 kilometers away. That's where the mall is at and things like that. So it's pretty good, but like most places in America, unless you live in New York City, you really need transport. You have to have a car. It's not really set up well. Now I'm up on the road here. Lots of traffic coming through here. This road has become kind of a main route for people to get through. And oh yeah, check this out. Here you go. Anybody into maize? You know, I used to be a farmer. I was a dairy farmer, but we raised all kinds of things. Grew vegetables, potatoes, tomatoes, all those things. But also, in addition to that, grew corn, or maize, as people say in Africa. And also had livestock. But let me show you this maize field behind me here. Okay, this one here is wasn't planted until I think mid-June, and look at that. There you go. There you go. See the maize over there on the other side of the road, folks? Now watch this. I'm going to go stand over there, and you're going to see how tall this maize is. And this isn't even the tallest stuff. Now, to be fair, I'm standing below it about 6 feet, so it looks a lot higher. But those stalks are easily, there you go. Those stalks are easily about 3 meters, almost 3 meters high. Isn't that amazing? Lots of maize, the whole road down there. Maize, maize, maize. Yeah, good quality stuff. That's what happens when you do good seed selection. You have good soil, and you have good modern farming practices. And when you don't divide land up amongst people based on spurious claims. But yeah, check it out from across the road here, folks. There you go. There's the maize over there. Lots of weeds in front of it, unfortunately, but that's the maize, yeah. So anyway, yeah, lots of mealies. Mealies, lots of maize, folks, yep. No, but that's not for me and you. That's for the livestock. That, let me put the sunglasses on, it's bright out here. But that maize you see there is not for you and me to eat. That's for the livestock to make grain for livestock. So the corn that we eat, or maize we eat, is sweet corn, and that's grown elsewhere. Not here, usually grown in garden places, garden states like New Jersey or California. Some places around here grow it, but it's just local, small volume, nothing major. So there you go. What's that? Something just silage. Yeah, we have silage. We have silos and storage all over the place, but not here. That field is, I think, leased to someone who grows on it. But one day it'll probably turn into a development, like a lot of these places, urbanization. But this is kind of a quiet, sleepy, not Sleepy Hollow, but kind of a quiet place. It's just nice, kind of good. And this park is quite nice too, going by the portalets. Yeah, let me see if I can show you the toilets here. What the deal is with the toilets is that they're just closed for the summer, and they should have been open for the summer. There you go. Sorry, closed for the season. I think you can see that all right. Look at that. That's been closed since last winter, which sucks because when you go exercise, they didn't put these portlets in until after COVID. So in the wintertime, if you got to go to the loo, you're in trouble around here. Anyway, let me walk over here, get out of the sun a little bit. Yeah, so it's quite a lovely place, beautiful park. It's nice to have this sort of thing available. Of course, a lot of the stuff here in the park is a result not of taxation, but of communities contributing. So for instance, I look over to this, where's the mailman? Why is the mailman in the park? Postal service here. But if I look over to the distance here, there's a pavilion. I don't know if you'll be able to see this when I turn, but there's a pavilion over there. And you'll see on the end of it says the Lions Club. It's probably hard to see that. But the Lions Club is the ones who paid for that pavilion. So it wasn't paid for with taxpayer dollars. It was paid for with private money so that everyone could benefit from it. So local civic organization like the Lions Club. So you've got Rotarians, you've got the Lions, Kiwanis clubs, all those folks who contribute back to society and give back to the community. And this is one of the things that they've done. So we get that. The ball fields and the equipment. So all of the playground equipment, I'm going to show you the playground equipment here very quickly, folks. Check out the playground equipment here. Now, they just resurfaced that with the wood chips recently. And if you look in the top up there above the grass by the tree, that whole swing set is brand new. That was just put in. All of this stuff here is donated by the Kiwanis. Right there, you see it over there, Kiwanis, the Kiwanis Club, of course. So once again, private civic organizations giving back to the community, business-based, business-oriented. So Kiwanis and Lions Club both making a difference here in the local community. So we're not relying on taxpayers to do all of our stuff. This is communities taking care of communities, not relying on Big Brother, the big government, to hand us everything and take care of our lives. We don't need that. We simply need government to get out of the way and to ensure a level playing field so that no one gets an unfair advantage. If people don't get unfair advantage, then everybody has a chance to prosper. So there you go. Yeah, nice to see things not wrecked, nice to see things not burned or destroyed. That's because the community here respects it. You'll notice that, do you see any rubbish, folks? Do you see any rubbish lying around the park? Not a single piece of rubbish. Do we pay people to pick up the rubbish here? No, we don't. Now, occasionally this bin right here gets overflowed because it doesn't get picked up and the trash falls out. But no, we don't pay people. We do pay people to cut the grass. You can see the grass has been cut, but you don't see any rubbish lying about. Why? Well, there, I found a bottle over there. One of the kids left a bottle. I'm gonna go pick that up. But you don't see rubbish lying about because people respect themselves and they respect the place they're at. Yeah, they have a love of God, country, and community. And that's so nice to see, isn't it? Instead of this nonsense of people always trying to tear everyone apart, we actually see people who care about the communities they're in. So I'm gonna pick this up because a little kid probably left this trash behind, but this rubbish. So let me pick up this bottle that was left behind here and I'll put it in the dumpster. Oh, there's another one over there. Let me get that one as well. Let me see. Just got a message from somebody. I'm gonna have to check into that. What are these little rides for kids? Awesome. Kiwanis, swing sets. Yeah, but see, people, just private citizens, residents, take the time to be considerate and pick up the rubbish that children left behind. Of course, it might not have been the adults that did it, but who knows? But the point is that when people live in harmony and they work together for the common good instead of against each other and tell lies about their origins and their history, you got good communities. And that's what we got here. Got a good community, people working together and being respectful and taking care of their public resources. So instead of having a tragedy of the commons here, we have a nice community where people can hang out. Why? Okay, I missed some of the chat there. Why is it red building so high? What's high? Oh, this is a storage facility. It's also a place where during sports games, because let me help you out with this, guys. Here we go. All right, so there's the baseball field, right in front there. And if you look right there, baseball for Little League, and that's not for adults, but for kids. And then the soccer field's down there before the mountain over there, the hill. If you look here, see the doors that lift up? This is for selling. So what they do here, you can see got a little cipher lock on there, protect it. So you see this here. What this is this thing is where they sell burgers, hot dogs, drinks, and stuff like that. And this building is where they also keep some sports equipment, things like that locked up. So yeah, it's a kiosk is what it is really. Yep. A nuclear silo. It's not a nuclear silo. That's funny. It's not a nuclear silo. That's definitely sure. Yeah, Lynn says smash the like button. Hey, why not, man? 53 people watching, 55 watching, 34 likes. Go ahead and smash the like button, folks. A tuck shop. Yeah, that's it, Conrad. It's a tuck shop, exactly. It's a little tuck shop, but it's only open during sporting events. It's not regular. You can't just come here and get some biltong and something to drink. It's only for when an event is going on. Yeah, so this is working out pretty cool. Hendo's chilling, watching Chris, local tourist, stream live. Yeah, yeah, there's Kyle. Cool beans. Well, we got the likes up to 39. Thanks for that, folks. That's pretty cool. We jumped up a little bit on that. It's pretty cool. Skyscrapers here. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, folks, it's kind of like a tuck shop, but it's also a storage facility too. And yeah, so there you go. But yeah, my point is that isn't this nice? People clean up after themselves. They don't make a mess. They don't leave their trash behind. The place is maintained. And this is what happens when people have respect for themselves and for others. The streams are always informative. My internet's screwing me with most of the time. Bad. Who's that? I can't read who that was. Disappeared. When your chats come up, and I've got this in landscape like this, they're on the screen for a moment, then they disappear. JP says, really jealous of those surroundings. Is that a question mark or a statement? Because I saw a question mark there. No, it's beautiful. This is not where I'm from, but this is where I settled, at least for the time being, when I retired from active duty from the Army, because I taught not too far from here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So just kept my place here, and then I've been working out here, of course. Anyway, so yeah, it's just beautiful. People taking care of things and respecting themselves. Anyway, folks, I'm going to head back here, and if we hit 20 minutes on this thing, oh yeah, we're over 20 minutes, almost a half hour on this. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try it again with the Streamlabs and see how that works. That'll be a shorter transmission, but I'm going to go ahead and call it here in just a second. I want to thank you guys. I got to walk back, and I'm going to try a different location where it's a little quieter, and just to say, hey, if Streamlabs works. But this looks like it's going to work ideally or very well for when I'm in Wyoming next week, when I have mobile coverage. I won't always have mobile coverage, so I'll do my best. But don't worry, I have a selfie stick. I also have a tripod to set the camera up on so you don't have this bouncy stuff going on. So it'll be a lot more better experience. Well, check out these flowers, folks, these big bumblebees over here. Let me show you this. This is gorgeous. See those big bumblebees in there? Wow, they're huge. Huge. I don't know if you can see them. And there's moths in there. There's a big bumblebee. Woo, look at that. Pollination. Anyway, this whole spot here, what this is this was runoff from the yard. And what was happening is all of this was washing away the soil. So the community put in this kind of stop. They put this little, grew plants and flowers here and planted put all these rocks down so the dirt wouldn't run off and erode. And look at this. Now we have a place for bees and moths to pollinate and for flowers to grow. And it's a nice addition. And also it slows down the water so you don't get the erosion that was here before. The last couple of years, there was a lot of erosion there, but then they put this down. Beautiful stuff, all in the local park. Now, I don't know who paid for that, if it was local community or if it was this government, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah, it's nice to see people contribute, put something back in. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to get to the shade. Let me get over here in the shade, and I'm going to call this in just a second. But anyway, folks, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll be back on shortly with another one. I'm trying to see if the Streamlabs works. So, weird to be sitting in the dark with a headlamp watching Chris walk around bright sunlight. Yeah, it is kind of weird, I'm sure, because it's nighttime in South Africa. But anyway, folks, I'm going to call it right here. I don't even know how to do that, so let me see what happens here. Put the screen on. Okay. I don't even know how to end this thing, so let me see. That's not it. So I don't even know how to end this thing, folks. How do I end it? What's that? Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. Huh, that's weird. I don't even know how to end this stream. So, oh, here it is. Okay, up here. I found it up here. All right, guys, catch you later. Thanks a lot.